Give me your creepiest green text and paranormal experiences.
So you guys know that we've moved, and we've moved into Megan's mum's house to look after her. And this house was built in the 70s, so for Northern Ireland standards, really young house, I would say. Our old house was built in 1890s, so it was. And this house is cursed.
Like, it's
What happened last night?
Ozzy was in bed in his cot in his room. James was in the living room, and I was in the kitchen, I think, doing laundry.
Yeah.
And I heard right above the kitchen is where our bedroom is, and I heard like footsteps running about in the bedroom, and I thought, oh, James must be upstairs. And I went and I looked through. There's like a window through from the kitchen to the living room. I looked in. James is sitting on the sofa, and Ozzy is passed out, like in bed.
And then that same thing happened to me, not even about 3-4 weeks ago, maybe. So again, this one I think I can explain way a bit more because I was half asleep. So
and before if anybody says, oh, it's the animals or it's the dogs.
No, our animals are small.
But it's not even that. It's like a full-grown adult.
Yeah, you know the sound of a human walking to an animal.
No.
But anyway, so I was falling asleep and I was about to doze off, and then it was like I heard big, heavy boots outside the door, and it like shot me awake. I was like, oh. And then I thought I heard them again. And so I jumped out, I got up, and then you woke up to it, didn't you?
I think so,
You got up to me getting out.
I got up to you getting out of bed, and I was like, what are you doing? You were like, somebody's in the landing.
Yeah.
I was like, what? You're like, somebody's walking about.
So I got up, nothing about, and this happens all the time. Now, I don't buy into ghosts at all. Megan does, but I can't help but say that's a bit...
house,
let's just say it's a bit weird, to say the least.
This house is scary.
Look, we'll talk about more stories if they link in with any of these posts, but look, let's just jump into these, will we?
Be my father, 16 or 17 years old, living in a rural town in Spain. One of his friends recently found a cave and he wants to go explore it. Dad accepts. They arrive at the entrance. The entrance is rather big, but afterwards the tunnel turns smaller and they have to crouch to continue. After some walking, the tunnel starts gradually increasing in size and they can walk straight again. They walk for like 10 minutes. Just a tunnel that goes deeper and deeper into the earth. My dad starts feeling weird vibes. Something is not normal.
I mean, tunnels are spooky. Let's be serious. Tunnels just are spooky.
Yeah, especially at night, in the dark.
Caves are just spooky. Thanks. I don't think you need to be like, oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. I think anyone with any senses of it. Like, oh, do you have a scientific study to back up that bad feeling you've got?
No, it's just vibes.
no, this is just vibes. This is just bad vibe, man. All right.
Tells nothing to his friend and they keep walking. Eventually, they reach a cave. In one corner, they see a man just laying on the ground. Hello? Or hola?
Hola, Dio!
No response. They get a bit closer. He's sleeping. The man is unnaturally pale, like milk white. Oh, so you were there. His hair is long enough to reach his knee. At first they thought it was a hobo, but his also white clothes are clean. He looks like he has good hygiene. And the man also has a lot of gold jewellery on.
Not Jesus.
Man starts awakening and stands up. He's like 3.5 meters tall, around 12 feet for America. Most likely, or more. He says something in a language they don't understand. He doesn't seem hostile, but my dad and his friends still freak out and rush for the exit. The man laughs as if he found it funny. Both my dad and his friends spend the rest of the day and the entire next day thinking about it. After that, decide to go back. The entrance is no longer there. Looks like there never was any cave there. They talk with the locals about it. No one has ever heard of any cave in that location.
Sounds like a Nephilim.
What's that?
You know, like giants from the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Like descendants of thingy. I like that. I think Nephilim would be a cool concept for that. One of my friends on a group 100 was like, no man giants are real. It's like, okay, look, there's a lot of stories in all. See if a story keeps cropping up in multiple civilizations. I kind of think there has to be at least some weight
to it.
There has to be something, but the idea of giant humans, I don't think is that out there that concept could come about from any humans. Just the idea of humans, just but really, really big.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could argue, well, one of my favourite ones is...
You can argue they're just really tall.
Well, I've got two.
Like, what's that guy in Ripley's Believe It or Not? He's like 10 foot.
Oh, yeah.
Him. Like, you could argue it's just like a birth defect and they're just really tall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could have been, maybe. It's hard to say.
Because they didn't have, like, the science back then to be like, oh, no, this guy, like, defect.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not Andre the Giant without, like,
Yeah,
big
it
skull.
could just be something like that. And then the story spread about a man who lived in a village who was a giant. And because he was in, like, casting.
Was Andre the Giant, was he not a farmer anyway?
I don't know.
I think Andre the Giant was a farmer
because
and then someone saw him.
There was different, maybe they outcast him to, like, the mountains or the hills, and there's a giant who lives in the hill.
That works, I like that.
Early 2000s. Be a young lad, 12 years old, staying with grandparents in Ohio. Grandpa and Grandpa and spend a morning in town. With
Grandpa and I.
Okay.
Grandpa and me, I don't know.
Running errands, picking things up for Christmas dinner, visiting the barbershop, etc. As we're out, it starts to really come down. Heavy snowfall, freak
False
storm.
Gene rain, storm say dry, and all you feel the pain. I love it. If any guys see that part,
You've got much more to worry about if you live in Ohio these days. Grandpa says we'll have to cut our day short. Head back to the house where Grandma's waiting for us. On the way, we spot a figure on the side of the road, walking in the opposite direction. Grandpa can't, in good consciousness, let this guy walk in this weather. Stops and asks if he needs a lift, but stops mid-sentence. Shoots me a concerned look, then asks the man to get in. Guy climbs into the back seat. He's a big guy, for you, with a huge beard and a 1,000-yard stare. He also stinks like shit.
You picked up Rambo in the first... You picked up Rambo in the first movie.
Grandpa whispers at me not to stare and physically forces my head forward. We drive for a while. The guy is stinking up the entire car, and Grandpa and I are holding our breath when suddenly the smell is just gone, and Grandpa busts a U-turn quickly.
Wait, what?
Confused, I'm fighting the urge to look back. Grandpa tells me it's fine, can look. The man's gone. I turn and I'm hit with a megaton of what the fucks. The bearded guy had disappeared. Ask Grandpa who that was. He says it's best not to talk about it, and by his tone, I can tell he means that I should clam up, so I do. As we pass the spot where he picked up the stinky bearded guy, I see another figure by the side of the road. My skin crawls and I think, it's the same guy, even though the snow is so bad that I can't see who it is. Grandpa accelerates a bit. We barrel right past the person. Don't say a word until we get home. Asked him about this a few times before he died, and he always said he'd explain it sometime, but never did. I've heard about this before.
Why? What monster creature?
It's not a monster.
It's like a spirit.
It's a spirit, but there's a certain. Maybe it is Ohio. It's always freaking Ohio.
Cornfields, am I right, guys?
Where there's like this. There's this. I don't know whether it's Mexican culture as well. I'm not sure. Where if you pick up a hitchhiker and they don't say a word and they look straight forward, do not turn your head back, just keep driving, and eventually they'll disappear. Look that up. I'm pretty sure there is a thing about this.
You know what it is? I remember you showed me the video. It was a Japanese one, and your woman got into the back of the.
No, it's not just Japanese as well, but apparently there is this thing if you pick up a hitchhiker and they don't make conversation, and
Well, so if they don't suck your dick, then no.
No. Or they don't tell you where they're going. They don't make conversation. Do not look at them. Just keep your head forward. Yeah. Somebody will know what I'm talking about. I'm sure somebody will know what I'm talking about. I think I might have read a story about this on my channel.
Yeah, you might have. Check out Megan's channel, even though we're probably never going to upload on it again. It was one of those ones, like, the problem is Megan doesn't have the time to even sit down and, like, just read stories to find, let alone be able to record and get it uploaded and keep to a schedule or anything. It just wasn't working out, you know what I mean? And now with everything else that's going on,
I don't even have the time to break.
It's just not going to work out,
so it's
you
not
know?
gonna happen.
Maybe sometime in the future, but for the foreseeable future, I don't see it.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
The weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what you want.
Anyway, if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy. Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's go back to the video. Before we go any further, Ozzy has joined us.
Yeah. Oh, you clapping?
He's clapping in the background.
Yeah.
So if you hear baby babble, that's him.
Yeah. Anyway, look, let's keep going.
B20. Basically homeless. Aunt offers me to stay in the summer cottage that belongs to my family. Cool, no rent. Spend summer in the family cottage.
This is really hard, guys. How do you think a spooky story whenever you hear yeah. Look, let's see.
Spend summer in the family cottage. 15-minute drive from the nearest town. The place has no electricity, but it does have a diesel generator that powers the place. However, it's loud as fuck.
What is about diesel generators that just no, they're just kind of spooky. I don't know what it is, but diesel generators are spooky, and I don't understand why.
I don't get it.
No, I don't know why either. I don't get it either. But there's something in my head that just goes, yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, anytime you need a generator, something bad's happened.
Something's bad happened.
Does that make sense?
You need a generator, yeah.
You know, it's kind of like a plunger. You know what I mean? It's like that type of
better have it than not need it.
You should always be prepared and have a plunger. You should always be prepared and have a generator, because if you don't have one,
you're fucked.
All hell's making this.
Organise and clean during the day. Sleep when it gets dark. Be completely alone. One day after being there for almost a week, hear disembodied talking around me. It's your schizophrenia.
Yeah, that's just schizophrenia, man.
No biggie. Maybe some group of people walking by. At night, I turn on the generator for lighting and charging my stuff. Inside the cottage, I hear disembodied laughing, like mischievous children or chipmunk effect laughing.
Goddamn gnomes.
And it sounds like it's close. Sometimes in different tones and at random intervals. Sometimes 5 cackles in a row. Sometimes one randomly follows by hours of silence. I believed it was the generator making vibrations in the wood. I told myself that to ease the nerves. Around 10 p.m, turn off the generator. Complete silence. I can hear the wind cracking through the windows. The laughing returns, but this time sounds like it's coming from outside. Decide to ignore it. Many weeks later, see Aunt. Told her about the laughing in the generator. She tells me, "Oh my god, Anon, you hear them too?" Hear what? The gnomes!
The gnomes!
She tells me that almost everyone has heard them, and kids can see them, and the whole forest is infested with them. My grandma said if you're good you can hear them, but only if you are pure you can see them. But she calls them Geodids. It's the gnomes, James.
I was only joking, I didn't mean it. Like, honestly,
it's tee-hee-hee macaroni.
Like, all you need to do is start elf maxing. So I've been dressing Ozzy up. Me and Ozzy dress up together. We've got the pointy hat and the wee dungarees and all that jazz. And I've lost 7 inches already, so I have. Doing really well. You know, soon the gnomes will accept me for one of their own, and I can join in their communion, hopefully. Make it in for the summer solstice. You know, that's a big time of year for the gnomes.
Yeah.
You know? Hopefully we might be invited. Like the gnomes, like they're kind of dicks.
Ozzy's a gnome.
Ozzy is a gnome.
He's kind of a dick, but like
he's very lovable.
He's very lovable.
Yeah.
He's 1.5. Like he's
1.5.
He's got that attitude.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're 1.5.
Wife and I live out of my truck. Life is sweet. In Volkswagen quiet zone camping. Beautiful as fuck. Gorgeous mountain views, rainbows, the work. Late summer, pretty hot that night. Decide we don't want to cook and want to check out a town nearby for burgers and beers. Head out at around 9:30 p.m. Pitch black out, apart from what my headlights light up. That's a weird sentence.
It's really dark, but whenever it lights up because I have a light.
Because I have
because I shine the torch
okay.
I couldn't see before because the light wasn't touching it, but now that the light is touching it, my eyes can actually see it. Now that's what the
Winding country road. Have a CB radio and a camera mounted on my dash. Reach a long stretch of road that has abandoned houses on the left side. CB flicks on and makes weird super mechanical noises. Dash cam flicks off. Radio screen cuts off. Wife gasps and points in front of us. See huge black shape, roughly humanoid looking, maybe 6.5 to 7 feet tall on the left side of the double yellow road. Completely black, not see-through, vaguely cloudy. Turns towards us and I slam on the brakes. I hear all our shit fly everywhere in the back. Shadow drops down real low to the pavement. Crawls/slinks off the road. Kinda like how General Grievous walks on all appendages. Disappears out of line of sight behind a bush. CB stops screeching. Everything is silent. Hear a deep growl from near where the shadow thing crawled away to. I floored it. Get another mile or so down the road before the dashcam and truck radio screen turn back on. Wife and I sleep in town then. Next day, check dashcam. Camera records a 3-minute chunks. Memory card full of clips. The last 3 minutes of our ride is captured and repeated 50 times. No other clips saved. Dashcam hasn't worked right since. Oh, sounds like Slenderman.
We were talking about that the other day. Come to think of it, so this is kind of embarrassing. No, it's not embarrassing. Well, it's embarrassing that we want to go see the Slenderman movie. That's a bit that's embarrassing. So anyway, so Megan and her friends go into creepy bastards, right? And
can you tell?
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, do you want to go see the Slenderman movie?"
When was this?
2018, maybe 2018, 19. I don't know. Whenever the Slenderman movie came out, and like even then, it's like, why would you go?
But no, we all the four of us wanted to do something.
Yeah, it was just something. And there was
like,
nothing
what do you
else
want to do?
on.
Do you want to go to cinema? And the other couple were like, yeah, sure. And it was literally the only thing on.
Yeah, there was nothing else. So it's
so we went to like, right, okay.
It was actually the shittest movie
I've
ever
seen.
seen.
It was so shit, like so shit.
But there was one thing that made it memorable. Otherwise, I wouldn't even remember going to see the movie at all. And so we're at a really loud part of the movie.
A really loud part. I don't know.
You know, like what it is with horror movies, they make really loud. And
the music was blasting, like vibrating the whole room. And just as the music cut out, James farted, and it was really quiet. And he farted, and it was really loud.
Do the noise.
Well, the four of us went into high hysterics. But the thing was, in front of us, there was a girl and her boyfriend, and she turned around. I was like, I slapped him. I was like, I can't believe you done this. I can't believe you done that. And he was like, it wasn't me. And she was like, stop lying to me.
See, the four of us couldn't stop.
Could not stop laughing.
Oh, see, trying to keep it in. Like the whole go was shaking.
Oh, so funny.
And the thing is, like, we were trying our hardest to keep it in. We eventually
because people were like watching the movie, and we're like eventually like, right, we need to calm down. We all calmed down, and then at the very end of the row, our friend Charlie, he just went, and he's Polish, so it came out dead like at the end of the fucking line, which set us all off.
Oh my god, yeah, that was great. Honestly, worst movie I've ever seen. So yeah, if you're having a really boring time in the cinema,
just fart.
Just have it.
I don't know, just fart. And the thing was, whenever it happened, James's face went and went, I didn't know it was going to be that loud.
Well, I thought it was like, I was fine. I thought it was going to work out. It was a nice part of the movie, alright? Right, okay, look, let's just keep going. Next post, guys, yeah.
That was scary. Be me, 15 years old. Mother died when I was 12. Brain tumor, horrible scene. But she was a truly evil bitch, and I lived calmly after with my dad, having not seen him for 3 years before her death because of her. Since the 90s?
I think I'm not too sure what he's trying to say there.
Dad doesn't finish work till about 8 p.m, so house to myself after school, watching TV alone. Massive crash from master bedroom. Like a brick had come through the window or someone had fallen out of bed.
That happened
the other day.
See, this is the thing. spooky stuff keeps happening. So, Megan's dad was with us as well.
Ozzy
was in bed. We heard a big bang, so we did. So
whenever I say bang, it was like an elongated bang as well. Like, it wasn't just a bang, it was like bang, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, so both the cats were downstairs with us, and the dog was around at my mum's. Mum had the dog that night. Anyway, we got upstairs. Everything's fine. Nothing's happened. Nothing's been disturbed. Everything looks like nothing's been touched.
Ozzy squealed. Woke up.
Ozzy,
like 3 a.m.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Also was. So yeah, Goose just wanted us to
have a bad night with a child.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. Feel angry. Fucking furious. Charge up the stairs, straight to master bedroom, the room my mum died in. Doors closed, teared open. There had been an enormous stack of board games in the wardrobe, stacked neatly against the wall. They were all over the bedroom. Monopoly money, Trivia Pursuit questions, bits of Cluedo, Connect 4 counters, Battleship pegs, God knows what else.
Oh, putting that away.
What?
See, putting away board games.
I know, it's little. Whatever did that must have thrown those boxes in one go with such force they hit the opposite wall at about the same height they'd left the original wall at 10 feet away. Suddenly terrified, run downstairs, straight out the front door. Nowhere to go. I sit in the step.
So that happened to us as well. So it does. Remember, right? So Megan's still annoyed with this because I got the Book of Antithesis. We've talked about the Book of Antithesis many times before. If you're interested in it, it's like a RPG book, but it uses real world occult magic. So if you're interested in like Satanism and all that type of stuff, it's actually kind of interesting. It talks about like how they actually perform the actual magic and all that. Anyway, so I got this book sent to us, and weird stuff started happening around the house. Do you want to tell what happened with the picture?
You know what? Funny enough,
wow.
Since you had got that book,
yeah,
nothing has went well for us. Look at where we are at the minute.
Megan,
no, I'm telling you.
That book's correct. Yeah, okay. We've had a bit of bad luck last while, right?
A bit. That's an exaggeration.
Yeah, it's been pretty brutal. yeah, she has been really bad. But anyway, tell them what happened.
We were sitting downstairs and Ozzy was in bed. This was in our old house.
Yeah.
And I heard a massive bang from upstairs. We were like, what the hell is that? So we both ran upstairs. A picture that was on the wall. And
it had been sitting on that wall for at least 3 years.
4 years. Hadn't been touched.
Hasn't been knocked. Hasn't been moved.
Was off the wall, but it had to have been lifted, elevated and thrown, because it had to have gone over the banister, over the stair rail or whatever you call it, to the other side of the landing.
Yeah.
If it had just fallen, it would have landed just
where
below
it was. Yeah. It must have moved about maybe 10 foot.
Yeah.
And it was like, it curled around a bit of a corner.
Like, I don't get it. Get it.
So, there you go. I don't know. Look, guys, I don't believe in ghosts, but there's definitely some spooky stuff. I don't believe in ghosts, but I'm definitely going to be like, okay, that was a bit weird. Not going to lie. But I'm not going to be like, oh, it's a wind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be fair, though, actually, you know what? There has been one time wherever all the taps went on in this house.
Yeah.
That's just goopy plumbing, though, in my mind.
No, James, let's be serious.
All the taps turned on upstairs in the bathroom.
Let's be serious. In the bathroom, the bath, the sink, and the toilet flushed all at the same time.
Yeah, it was like up full. It wasn't like...
It wasn't just like a little pish.
It wasn't like a tap
it was like
just left on.
It was like to the other end.
Yeah, so that was a bit unusual. Anyway, look, next, you still got a few more. So what's it?
About 13 at the time, come home from somewhere half an hour later. Younger sister asks what I'm doing. I tell her, doesn't question it. We go inside and back to the room. She's completely calm. Says we have to clean it up so Dad doesn't worry. We do. Nothing else happened. Nothing like that anyway. Talking about it with Sis years later. She goes quiet at first. She tells me this kind of shit used to happen all the time in the house. Many electrical appliances getting turned on by themselves. Lights turned on and off by themselves.
Oh, the back gate. See this...
Hold on.
Alright.
But I saw what happened to those board games, and there's no question in my mind at all that whatever did that wasn't human. Scared myself thinking about it now. Haven't thought about it years.
There's the backlight. Now, again, the electrics in this house are a bit janked. Let's be serious. The electrics in this house are a bit janked.
Yeah.
But the light at the back door, so it's like an automatic light.
It's like a sensor light, so if anybody comes near the door, it turns on.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Or if it's in the sensor range. But we all stand out that end to smoke.
Yeah.
And anytime somebody is out there having a smoke and talking about someone, a certain someone, it blinks.
No, but it goes like it like
constantly,
and it makes like this weird
but it's
noise.
only whenever we talk about a certain someone.
Yeah, and that's where it's spooky. You know.
You may stay on the bed, mister.
You coming over to say hello? Do you want to say hello?
Do you want to come say hi? Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, I think that's where we're gonna finish up because I don't think we're gonna get Ozzy to sit still any longer. Come on over, Babbies. You come on over. Yeah. But yeah, we've had a lot of spooky stuff happen. I don't know. What are you guys like? Have you guys ever had like genuine like spooky experiences?
Like paranormal experiences.
And again, like, you know, a lot of people going like, "Oh, why you guys not do more stuff about role playing games?" Like spooky stories may as well be role playing games. Like, you know, come on. The only thing is, it's hard to make monsters scary in role playing games. I find that's more of a 5e problem.
Do you want to hear a Belfast interpretation of a sheep?
Oh yeah, do that.
Ozzy, what does a sheep do? What does a sheep do?
Bah.
Bah.
And what does a cow do?
Boo.
Boo. And what does a cat do?
Bow.
Meow.
And what does a piggy do? And what does a duck do? And what does a buzzy bee do? Zzz. And what does a doggy do? Good boy. And can you say apple? Apple.
Yeah, he's getting that.
Good boy.
Yeah, clap of hands.
Yeah, clap of hands.
Clap of hands. But yeah, I think that's where we're gonna finish up.
Oh,
I'll say. I think that's where we're gonna finish up. Honestly, do you guys have any other weird experiences? Weird stuff keeps happening to us. And
all the time.
It's happened more and more, and I really don't know what to make of it. And again, this is the thing: the house that we're in at the minute is far, far younger, and this isn't even like a fraction of the weird. Yes. This isn't even a fraction of the weird stuff happening to us at the minute. But again, isn't that like a thing, Megan? Like, like paranormal, like you get more paranormal stuff the more stress you're under.
Yeah.
And like, you know, I would say it's pretty stressful at the minute with everything going on, you know. So yeah, let us know if you have any of your own spooky stories. If we get enough of them, we'll do a video.
Yeah.
Does that sound good? I'd be up for that.
Stop shaking the mic.
Ozzy, get off it.
Right, are you going to say bye-bye?
Say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Oh, I think she's going.
We're not going to. Say bye-bye. Wave, go bye-bye. No.
No. Okay. See you later.